We live on an island filled with lakes, rivers, and streams, offering countless opportunities to find the fish of your dreams. In this episode, we explore fly fishing for trout in Newfoundland, and then head back to the kitchen to cook a meal for the family. I'm Kastine Coleman, a lifelong angler and your guide on this incredible journey through my home province, Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome to Fishing the Rock. In Newfoundland and Labrador, the tradition of trout fishing is inherently linked to the concept of secret spots, places known only to a select few that often become local legends. Finding a honey hole, a spot teeming with trout, can be a closely guarded secret, and sharing this spot with someone signifies true friendship. After 5 years of hearing about this fishing spot around the campfire, Terry has finally invited me, and you're coming too.
Down there, you see where it gets choppy again?
Yeah.
There's big rocks, and they come up and sit in front of the rocks. Whoa!
Awesome!
I see you see a big one do that.
Oh my God. Cool.
Strong, aren't they?
Really strong. Get your fly rod ready. We're taking you fishing. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should start stripping it, but then every time I go to strip it, there's already a fish on. I think there's one on right now. I can't tell you exactly where we're going, of course, but between you and me, take the dirt road down that way, turn right after you see the broken juniper, and park by the third rock. Walk about 70 steps along the bog. Watch out you don't get stuck in it. And then you'll see where I cracked off a piece of an alder. That's where you turn down. When you hit the shore, walk past the beaver dam, and soon enough, you'll find yourself here, in this little slice of heaven. Happy fishing. Oh, did you see that?
Oh?
Damn!
What?
Oh, that was a big one. Came right out of the water. Do it again. Oh! Ooh, that's a great fish. Sure enough, the secret spot lived up to the hype. And now, I'm probably ruined for life. Aside from those honey holes, trout fishing is the most accessible type of fishing here, and likely the first type of fishing Newfoundlanders do when they're young. I'm heading back to reality and meeting up with my family for a little flick.
So I've been down this river, fishing salmon, and then I've been coming up and doing a little bit of trout fishing. And what I've noticed is, for dry flies, that the fish have been fished over a fair bit this year. Mm-hmm. And I'm throwing some things at them that they haven't seen, like these little ants and grasshoppers, and a lot of guys are throwing, bombers over them, and little dry flies and little bugs and green bugs, and I haven't been doing that. And so I've been using black ants and red ants, and I've had lots of success so far this year doing that. And this is the season for the terrestrials.
Trout fishing is a little more complex than
salmon.
salmon.
It's a bit of a science, really, and kind of tie into the life cycle of the various bugs and flies that are coming around, right?
In my family, my dad is the most passionate about trout fishing.
You spinners and fishing like spin rods? Yep. So here, and you've used a salmon rod before, right?
Yeah.
So this is a salmon rod, except there's a 3-weight, so it's more like a trout rod. And we'll come up here and I'm gonna put you in. All right, can you see the line? See the fish? See the what? Just try it again. Oh! Okay, we're gonna come out. Come out this way. After a couple of casts, if you don't get a fish, I change the fly. What does it look like to you?
Black house.
It looks like a flying ant. I do have a black housefly. I'll try that after. For you. Yep. Done. See? So the little black ant with a set of white wings. Isn't that the coolest?
Yeah.
So you're going to throw that out there now.
There's so much you have to think about because the trout are actually feeding in the river system, unlike the salmon, which are just here to spawn. That makes it float.
Cast out for Priya. There's a little current running straight out ahead, maybe 15 or 20 feet. You can see it right on the edge, right?
Yeah.
And just, there's a rip there. Just see if you can get that line out and then give the rod. Yeah, you got it.
Further than that.
Yep. There you go.
Holy smokes.
Oh, that's a
Wow,
beautiful
that's a
trout.
nice fish.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta go
a dandy.
I gotta get a net.
Priya, if you want to keep that fish and cook it up, you got to walk it to shore. All right.
I want to let him go.
That was so good. That's pretty awesome. What do you think of that?
Go again?
This is so much fun. And just like as the night comes on, it turns on. Like I normally don't come here until about around now. And just kind of sit back and watch where the fish are, and then I don't know. There are some beautiful big fish there.
Andy Cass, a fish just splashed right there. What? Ooh, right there.
One day here I had a little fine mesh net, and I saw this kind of green stuff floating down the river, so I scooped it up, and it was a bug, little green, fluorescent green bug. So I went into the box, did my best to find and replicate that, and put it on. And I had strike after strike, and it was really rewarding. You know, you got the gear, and you know you're willing to kind of take your time to kind of investigate what they might be feeding on, where they may be going. You put on the fly the best of your ability, and then to get as close to as you can, and then you get rewarded with all those strikes. It's a lot of fun. Oh yeah! Oh! Oh yes! Oh, that's a little frisky little fella.
Now walk slow, sweetie, you don't fall in.
Oh, Priya, you're coming with the net. How good are you? Dandy little trout, isn't he? There you go. There's a pretty little trout. I was pretty much just a salmon fisherman, and then I bought those flies, and then I started trying them, and then it was so exciting to hook trout, and now I would way rather trout fish than salmon fish, but with a fly rod. You just learn over a while, you know, okay, well, you got a dry fly hatch, okay, you're gonna do that, and then you know, you see the emergers, you know, just all these little insects in the water we were speaking about earlier today, you know, like there's so many of them, and you're trying to match that and trying to figure out what's really happening in the water. And then when you don't bring your net, like I didn't do today, and you're guessing, and that's fun too. There he is. It goes to show, you know, we've been here all day.
Yeah.
And fishing and catching the odd fish, and you try something completely different, and in it, you know, makes a big difference. That's a nice trout.
That's one to bring home and cook. You can't beat a fresh brook trout, and I've got the perfect recipe. Growing up, my dad always took us trout fishing, and it's nice to be on the water with him again this evening.
What did you learn about trouting?
Fishing truly brings people together. I consider myself blessed to be sitting on the side of the river doing something I love with my daughter, my niece, and my dad.
Jake and I were talking earlier today. He was saying that variably
We are back in the kitchen today. We're cooking up some whole roasted trout with salsa verde and some roasted vegetables. So I am going to prepare my trout. I've got some fresh parsley, tarragon, thyme, and some lemon. So I'm going to place that on the inside, cut some slits through the top of the trout, and fill them with lemon. So I've got a little bit of olive oil in my cast iron pan. I'm going to take my trout and just transfer them over, and then I'm going to dress it with a little more olive oil and some salt and pepper and put them in the oven to roast at 425. Alright, so I'm just finishing up prepping all the vegetables. I've got potatoes, carrots, and asparagus and beets. All of it coming from my dad's garden. So potatoes, I've just chopped them up, put a bit of olive oil and salt on them. The carrots are split in half lengthwise with some olive oil, and the asparagus I'm going to put a bit of olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. The beets are just roasting with some olive oil on them, and then I'll take the peels off them after. So lots of nice color and variety in the dish. So I'm going to make a salsa verde for the trout. It's going to be anchovies, Dijon mustard, some red wine vinegar, and then every herb that I have here in the kitchen. So I've got a little bit of basil, some parsley, tarragon, chives, all of those nice end of season herbs. And so just to add a bit of flavor to our dish. A little bit of fresh pepper, and I am going to pour a bit of olive oil in here, and then I'm going to turn it on, blend it up. So I've got my salsa verde made. It's nice and fresh, bright green color. You want to make it like just before your fish is ready to serve so that it kind of stays together, and it's really flavorful. Was absolutely delicious. So my trout and all of my vegetables are out of the oven. We've got the salsa verde made and I'm just gonna start plating it. I had a great time fly fishing with my family, and now it is time to sit back and enjoy a meal together. As we reel in the last of the day's memories, we're reminded that it's not about the fish we caught, but the moments we shared together that will be the greatest catch of all. And hey, don't tell anyone about that secret spot, okay? I'm your host, Kastine Coleman. Tight lines, and I'll see you next time on Fishing the Rock.